Hello, this is Minfish here, and for those of you who have no idea who I am a PMC skinner, so in other words, I make skins and I upload them onto a website called Planet Minecraft, which I think is a pretty awesome website, to be honest. I am here going to be showing you how I make skins, and they are fairly generic, so, well, no, they're fairly generic. I'm mainly showing you how to do the shading and whatnot, and I'm using a program called MC Skin 3D, which I will stick a link into the description for. For those of you who don't know how to use it, I'm just going to go a quick run through how to do it. So this is the colour bit here, and up here are little options that, you can do most of it with that, and up here is things like the camera, which, you use to move around, and then there's the pencil, eraser, the dropper, and lighten and darken and noise, which for just it looks it looks pretty bad, and yeah, if you're gonna want to shade, I'd suggest not doing that. That doesn't shade. Stamp, I haven't got a clue what that is. This bit here is perspective, so it changes the view, like both, and that. And this one here does that. And to change it to Alex, you go to humans, mobs, passive, Alex human, like that, and you got the 3 pixel arms there. But I prefer the Steve version with the 4 pixel arms, 4x4. So I'm just going to do that. So that's what I'm using. What I prepared earlier here was a design, which I am just going to be, colouring it in for you to show you how I shade roughly. So choosing the palettes, I'm going to start with, say, green. Yeah. No, blue. Because blue's easier. I just find it easier. It blends so much better. And so just lighten it like that. I always change the hue slightly because otherwise it looks really, really dull. Like that. And often, after I look at the entire skin and I go, I need to change that slightly and go over it all with the bucket and stuff. But just let me do this like that, like so. I'm just going to pause this because I don't have all that much time because I'm using a free program. I'll just pause this and pick all the colours, like the palettes and stuff, and I'll be back to you. Hello again, and I have chosen all the colours, so like that, pretty much. What I found maybe 5 months ago was a absolutely fantastic tutorial which totally turned things around, and I will add a link into the description of that as well. So what I'm going to be showing you, I'll start off with the green. No, I'll start off with the black because that'll be the clearest to show you what I'm doing here. So what I've got here on the inside is the darkest. So the darkest color goes on the inside, and here so like this, I'm not showing you the current shading that I use to upload the current shading I use on the skins that I upload on PMC at the moment, because I'm not quite ready to share that with everyone. I will later once, but this is what I'll be showing for now. So like this, so the darkest on the dark side and the second lightest like that, and on this side it's just simply like so, like that. And on the body, I know it's not one solid color, sorry about that, it's kind of harder to show here. So I do this, and up here on the inside, so second lightest, darkest, and then usually something like that. And this one here, it gets this and a highlight there on the tummy, like so, and that one there like that. So that's the basic shading I do all around it. So this is what I'll be doing on all the arms and legs, and this is what I do on the body. I'm just gonna pause this, do all that, and come back to you with what I'm doing with the hair and stuff. Hello again, and I have done that. You will probably notice that it looks much better with shaded. Most things usually do. Now I'm going to be showing you the fringe. Some people call them bangs, but I call them fringes because I do. What I generally do for a line for fringes would be like that. Some people do them like that, but really it doesn't matter how you do them. You can do them however you want. So like so. Also, don't forget to do the sides, because otherwise it just looks like it's floating in the air, and that just looks a bit funny. In the back, you will have noticed that I've made the design for a plait, like that. So there's a bow there. I tend to like adding bows to the hair because it just, or maybe a headband or something, because it just looks less boring than normal hair. The actual hair design, which I need to get to, you start like this, and no, I'm showing you, that's not the shading I was going to be showing you. I'm showing you this kind of shading, like this, which is far more common than the shading that I normally do, and I'm not quite ready to share that either. I might later, but this is what I've chosen to show you, and it's fairly generic and much simpler, so it should be easy enough. So that's it, like that. And just feel free to just pause it and copy it pixel for pixel, because I really need to keep going. What I'm doing for the fringe would be this, like so, or something like that. Generally that's what I do. Yeah, I do something like that. Also, one last thing is, do not forget to do the inside of the legs, or under the body, or that, or under the head, or on top of the body, which I haven't done in this example, but really it doesn't look too good if you forget one of those bits. And even if, say, you're gonna upload it somewhere and you realize that, oops, you hadn't done the inside of the legs, even if 5 minutes later it's still like that, it's really a good idea to just fix it up a bit, because, you know, nicer quality skins on servers. I think that's what drove me to start skinning in the first place, is that I like good quality skins. They're much nicer to look at. Next up, I'm gonna do the what do you call it? The hat layer. Yeah. Sorry, I got a bit mind blank. I don't know. I got inspired by. For me, it's summer, but for a lot of you in the Northern Hemisphere, it's winter, or it's becoming winter. It's still autumn, but snow and all that, and you know, I've never seen snow, so, but like making it snow themed, so that's the general idea. I don't know if that looks any good, but I'll fix it later. And for the hat layer, I tend to go over the top. I find it possibly a little bit too much fun. It just, yeah. I'm getting a bit tired. Sorry about that. So that's that. For the anything else that I can remember to show you. Nope. I'll just pause this and I will finish the shading and I'll quickly show you. Okay, so that's it. I've done the hair and everything else. Ooh, I need to get my charger.